Hello, hello! My name is Callista, and welcome back to Trespasser. In the last episode, we were catching up with Cowl. It seems that he's been journeying with Meriden, although Meriden technically doesn't know that. Now then, we have Bull and Sarah to speak to, and I've got to be honest, I think that both Aenor and myself would prioritise Bull over Sarah. There we go. Now then, Bull, how you doing?
Your worship, I'm glad you're here. Listen, I need you to keep the chief distracted while we sneak this dragon skull through the room behind him.
Oh, okay. What are we walking into here, buddy?
Wait, what? It's for his birthday.
Do Canary even have birthdays?
All right, here he comes. Just keep him talking. He loves talking.
Hey, boss. Good to see you.
Now, there are actually a lot of things that can create additional dialogue. Like, if you're in a romance with him, then you can talk about that. If you're playing a dwarven character, then you have an option to be like, oh, you're so big and I'm so small. Isn't that interesting? I mean, the obvious way to Bull's heart is by talking about greatswords, clearly.
You know what, Bull? I really like hitting things.
I know, right? We have the best job.
Now, we can give up at any point, and Aenor she's very tired. She doesn't have the brain capacity right now to really do an adequate job of distracting Bull, but she does have a little bit more that she can give.
It's good to see that the veil has largely healed, now that most of the major rifts are closed. You might think otherwise, but the veil isn't technically a physical barrier. It's more like a magical vibration that repels the Fade.
He's so bored. He's so bored, and Aenor's just thinking, how did he not hear that explosion? Yeah, he's missing an eye, but that shouldn't have affected his hearing. I mean, Aenor has an interest in Orlesian history. It's doubtful that Bull does, but you never know.
It's fascinating to see the remnants of Syrian culture here. Most of it was deliberately erased during Orlesian unification under the reign of Mafarath's son Isarath.
Okay, y'all can't be pissed at him for that. You guys are so much taller than him. You were holding that way above his head. He had no chance of aiding you with carrying the skull.
Do you think news of the Exalted Council could affect the lyrium shipments from Orzammar?
Maybe.
Lovely. Nice going there, Dalish. We do have the option to talk about Ferelden politics. Here's the thing, when has Aenor ever shown an interest in politics? And like I said, she's tired. She's so tired, she doesn't have the energy for this. I think at this point, she'd have to say, listen, I've tried my best. I've tried my best, but I just can't do it. I don't have any more to give.
I'm sorry, I can't do this.
Sure you can. They must have that thing almost across the room by now, right? Ben Hasrath, remember?
Surprise! Happy birthday, Chief!
Oh, you guys. You got me.
Oh, that was so sweet. That was so lovely. I really like how much Bull cares for the Chargers. I really like that.
Hey, boss.
Hello. So yeah, they do have more stuff to say, but it's just we have to wait until the Exalted Council has begun. So yeah, I will be back later, Bull. I will be back. Sarah's past and now things. Lost another book. Stop leaving them places. Below are journal entries by Sarah. Also several sketches of Skyhold with impeccable cross-hatching. Moving again. Less stuff, more things. People things. Too many Val somethings. Name less stupid, Orlay. Last Jenny checked in. Wasn't worried. A drawing of a gloved fist holding an odd symbol, smashing against the face of a chevalier. The symbol is red and smells of strawberry. Castle Sutherland and crew. Sirs all round now. He ever stop grinning? Travelling again. And again. Been here before. We're everywhere. Back to the Winter Palace. Never good. Pack bees. Bet Varric we're in trouble. Scratched out. Varric won't take a sucker bet. In for 10 with Cullen. Everyone looks old and tired and fat. Find out who shrunk my Skyhold clothes. Scratched out. Piss. Don't say the Inquisitor's hand looks bad. It looks very bad. Is Whittle even here? Why do I go where there's no Whittle? A drawing of Sarah and Dagna silhouetted by an explosion. Bees and exploding bees. Dagna could do so much better than Sarah. I'm so sorry, Dagna. I'm so sorry. You could do so much better. Charges in the palace. No one will be sleeping. Rainier hugs harder than Blackwall. Still beardy. Josie is best here. Cassandra needs to punch something or she'll explode. Everyone? They never call in everyone. Liliana knows something. Knew it. Inquisition is in trouble. Dorian leaving again. Didn't cry. That's what he wants. Of course that's what he wants. Of course it is. Now then, hello.
Here's you. And everyone. Glad to be back all stuffed together. With the pressure full on. Again. Don't worry, Herald of Everywhere. I came prepared. I know what everyone needs.
Pranks! I'm thinking pranks. Oh no, no pranks. The first go around, Aenor did do pranks with Sarah, and in part it was to improve the morale of her troops, but also at the time she was really trying to connect with Sarah. You know, she saw this young woman who, you know, was clearly hurting and maybe needed a friend, and Aenor was trying to do that. However, Sarah has consistently thrown that back in Aenor's face. She has been very racist towards Aenor when Aenor has never even mentioned being an elf to Sarah. I don't believe. Aenor has expressly avoided that topic because she knows it hurts Sarah. Yet, every chance she gets, Sarah goes out of her way to be racist towards Aenor for being Dalish. Every time Aenor has been emotionally vulnerable or has shown that she is in pain, Sarah has laughed in her face and taken great joy in seeing Aenor in pain. And then turning around and being like, oh, friendship matters so much to me. I am a great friend, all whilst being the shittiest friend possible. Aenor is done with Sarah. She is completely done with her. She is not trying with this girl anymore, so there is not a cat in hell's chance that she's going to take part in pranks.
Have a good view then. You're not stopping me.
She never says she was, dipshit.
I expected a roof.
It's early. Anyway, that was a good run. It's all been a good run. I needed that. And I need... You know it's ending, right? We can say it won't, but knobs in places like this, all they do is end things. They'll try a leash. Or worse. But maybe you aren't ready to quit just because some Lord Piddlebits is scared of us.
People still need us. I'm a long way from finished. What have you heard? Again, Aenor has... It's funny, Sarah really likes Aenor. Aenor really doesn't like Sarah. This is the PR response. Aenor is not going to open up and be vulnerable with Sarah because Sarah has always proven that she'll shit on her when she does. So yeah, this is just the PR response that Aenor's giving here.
The Inquisition's still needed. No one can question that.
That's the problem. When people need us, they don't need them. Point is, sooner, all this changes. And you've helped me understand. Too much. So it's my turn to help you. See, I have these friends, and all of them were the wrong sort of whatever. Their place changed, or it never was. So together, we made an us. Everyone needs an us. And when the world is done saying no and calls you the wrong sort of whatever, maybe we can be that us for you. What do you think, Inquisitor? Want to run some rooftops as a Jenny?
You are seriously asking Aenor that?
You want the Inquisitor? Don't I have a few more titles than your usual Jenny? No offense.
Some taken. Pfft, words. Look, we don't want you. We want to be there for you. If you want to keep doing, it won't be nobles who help. It'll be friends.
And again, Sarah has been consistently a bad friend. Both to Aenor and in terms of being a Red Jenny. Anytime Aenor has been upset, Sarah has laughed in her face and said that she deserves it. Like, any time. And here's the thing, she outright does that if you talk about the Dalish tattoo removal. Aenor didn't, because at that point she was done with Sarah. But if you talk about, you know, like, hey, Solus explained that they were slave marks, and I'm really upset about that, Sarah laughs in your face and is like, oh yeah, you deserve this pain. She doesn't say those exact words, but her comment is like, oh yeah, the Dalish deserve this because they're arseholes. And if you're playing a Dalish elf that has never done anything to her, it really just highlights how much of a shitty friend she is, that she takes this opportunity of you being in pain to go on a racist, I was combining racist and racial, to go on a racist tirade. Like, what kind of friend does that? And secondly, in regards to her being a Red Jenny, again, Vershel. The people of Vershel didn't ask the Jennies for help. Sarah heard about it and decided she was going to help. Again, if people need help, I'm not saying that you shouldn't ask for it. If you need assistance, then you should absolutely go and get that assistance. In that regard, the Red Jennies are really useful. But what Sarah did was, she stuck her nose in where it didn't belong. The people of Vershel never asked for help. The Red Jennies overheard about it and decided to stick their oar in, and then Sarah turned up like, where's my payment? Hey guys that never asked for my assistance, I helped you whether you liked it or not. Now you have to pay me for a service you did not ask for. Like, what? What? No. You've been a terrible friend. You've proven that the Red Jennies are incompetent at worst. Helpful at best, but very incompetent at worst. There is not a cat in hell's chance. I wish there was an option just to be like, no. Because, again, Aenor does not feel any friendship towards Sarah. So I wish there was a third option being like, I really don't like you. Why the fuck would you ask me this? But seeing as there isn't, I have to go with this.
I don't think I can do what you do, but I'm glad to call you friend.
Then we're still at your back. You'd have a hard time stopping us.
Did we make this trip for nothing?
Balls no. We're gonna drink to tomorrow until it's yesterday.
To all my friends.
Always and ever, Inquisitor. always and ever.
Sarah was never any great.
Creepy song is creepy. Ugh.
I take that to be, Aenor is experiencing some mild form of Stockholm Syndrome. That's because Aenor does not consider Sarah a friend. At all. Sarah has been a god-awful friend to Aenor. But I think, again, I think it all comes back to... Oh. I do like this song. I do like it. But yeah, I think that Aenor just feels like everyone is slipping away. And it's just gotten to the point where she's even like, you know what, Sarah's better than nothing. Sarah's better than nothing. So that's kind of where I think Aenor was coming from. It's like a mild form of Stockholm Syndrome that is confusing her and making her think that she actually likes Sarah when she really, really does not.
Go figure out what end this bunch want, and then we can get to fun with friends and friends.
Oh, so not with you. Okay. I'm out, bye. I'm off to find better people. And again, be on the lookout for Harlequins. Let's examine this half of the map first. Also, Cowl, anything to say?
Hello.
Okay, nothing new with you. Fair dues. I'll be waiting, though. You will have stuff eventually, I know it. And again, I know that the Harlequin can hang out around here. Ooh, thank you kindly. Wager notes. Notes carried back and forth by runners, covered in different handwriting. What do you say, gentlemen? 3 days before the Inquisition sees sense and aligns itself with Orlais. Properly this time. M. Nonsense, Marcel. Ferelden is here for blood. A day before they either demand it outright or threaten war on us if they don't get it. L. The Divine will intercede. She must. Victoria and the Inquisition are too closely connected in everyone's eyes for her not to interfere. A. You have great confidence in the Chantry, Elaine. M. 1,000 royals worth of confidence from each of you if the Divine settles the fate of the Inquisition. A. Done. 1,000 from each of you once the Inquisition accedes sovereignty to Orlais and the Council of Heralds. M. You two will beg me. L. Leonard, are you out? M. Don't be ridiculous. 1,000 royals on the Fereldans getting their way after all. L. What will happen? What will happen to the Inquisition in all of this? I wonder. Okay, no. I thought I saw a book in there, but I was mistaken. Okay, you're not hiding down there. Oh, right there. You. Another bone for the demonic doggo. Chapter 13. Lovely. Storms of Temptation. This tattered novel bills itself as a sweeping romance on the 8 seas by Danelle Mithril. The cover shows a dark-skinned elf with long platinum hair hanging by one hand from the mast of his ship, a dagger in his teeth. A woman in an elaborate mask, low-cut dress, and almost as much hair as the elf gasps up from the base of the mast. The elf is glaring at a tanned and chiseled human pirate, grinning as his vessel pulls alongside the elf's ship. For the first elven captain in the Antivan Navy, Kiel Zebulon's inaugural assignment was a routine trading mission down to Wycombe. Little did he know that the fiery Amethyst Coron, a passenger he picked up in the Free Marches, was heir to an enormous fortune. A fortune Ravani pirate prince Elrado Huracan would do anything to get his hands on. Unable to resist Amethyst's pleas for help, Kiel found himself racing to get her back to Val Royeaux, even as the ferocious Huracan pursued them, and their passions ensured the 8 seas would never be the same. There is a note inscribed... I'm so sorry, it's so hot. It's so hot and it is confusing my brain. I was trying to combine scribbled and inside. There is a note scribbled on the inside cover in dainty handwriting. If found, please return to Lady Yvette Montilier. Oh, Josie, your younger sister is here somewhere and she's leaving her smutty romance books around.
Oh.
Is everything all right?
Yes. Well, I wanted to speak with you, and now you're here.
Yeah, you definitely seem upset, Cassandra.
This seems serious.
It's not about me. It's about you. Maybe you should sit.
I can stand.
Maybe I should sit. Inquisitor, I want you to know that I am your friend. I will always be your friend.
Oh, well, that's...
So I hope to give you sound advice on this momentous day. Do what is in your heart, my friend, no matter what anyone might tell you.
Oh, okay, thank you for that advice. That's lovely.
That's a lovely sentiment, Cassandra.
Marriage is much more than a lovely sentiment, Inquisitor.
Marriage?
I can't imagine who it is. Megan knows you've kept it secret, but if marriage is... You're not proposing to anyone. I am going to kill Varric. Why do I believe everything he says? Why?
Oh... Varric, what kind of gossip are you spreading here?
He said I was going to propose.
He mentioned a proposal. I suppose I filled in the blanks. Or he did this on purpose. That dwarf gets entirely too much joy from my discomfort.
Oh, maybe I will get married. Here's the thing, who would she get married to? She hasn't dated anyone since Solus, so... I mean, she would like to get married one day in the future, it's just that she doesn't have a current partner in mind for that. Yeah, it was nice of Cassandra that, you know, she wanted to have a chat with her and, you know, sit her down and all this, that and the other, you know, do what's in your heart, all that, despite all of these years saying do your duty and nothing else. So the sentiment was nice.
I do appreciate what you were trying to say.
Being Inquisitor has brought you good things. Many good things. But only a few have been by your choice. Take what happiness you can from those and do not let them go. That is all I meant to say. Advice from a friend for the days to come.
I think Cassandra looks at Aenor's time as Inquisitor through very rose-tinted spectacles. You know, yes, Aenor is the leader of a major group, and that does give her, you know, political power. Aenor is not blind to that, but that's not something Aenor ever really wanted. All she wanted to do was protect people. That's really it. So the position, the power she has as Inquisitor, it's power that she can't use effectively because she has no interest in it. It's power that is quite frankly going to waste because in some regards Aenor doesn't realize she can wield that power. She leaves that up to Cullen and Josie. It's power that she doesn't even really view as hers. It's more so for them to command.
How did Varric, of all people, become the Viscount of Kirkwall? A mystery for the ages.
Because he tries, bless him.
It is good to see you, my friend.
And it's good to see you. Also, I love the hearts on Cassandra's armor. That is very sweet. I like that detail. Oh, hello. Right there. Excuse me, there we go. Thank you. And what? I saw that. Excuse me. A pair of paddles? A pair of small wooden paddles, with leather grips, used for some manner of leisure sport. Presumably, no, I think Bull would probably know what those are used for better than most. Yes, Charter, hello there.
Well met, your worship.
Okay. Activity in the Winter Palace. Charter's notes are in an encryption she developed with Liliana over the last couple of years. CM's intentions seem sincere. Agent in Palace at party tonight where CM is attending. So CM, that would be Cyril Montfort. VP left notes at drop as promised. I don't know who VP could be. Servant in green livery seen leaving guest wing of palace at odd hours. Possible tryst? Madame LV's second cousin is a bard in employ of Duke WM. Lord WG plans to meet Lady GD tonight. Neither of their spouses know. Lord RW plans to meet Lady SR tonight. Their spouses do know. Lord RW's wife encouraged RW to step out with SR so she could have some peace and quiet to herself. Hey, good for them. You do you, people. Conduct becoming of the Inquisition. To all members of the Inquisition, it has come to my attention that I must remind everyone of the type of behaviour expected from us during this exalted council. It is natural to wish to hold our heads high, but remember that we are guests of the Imperial Court. It is upon us to behave with good grace, propriety and restraint. If you are unsure of how to address someone of gentle birth, my lord or my lady will suffice. If you are fearful that you have overstepped an unknown protocol, speak with your commanders. If they are not available, seek me out. Over-imbibing is strongly discouraged at all times. If you are steered into an argument about the Inquisition's politics, politely excuse yourself as quickly as possible. Please do not engage in these debates. If all else fails, trust sense and common courtesy to guide your actions. Sincerely, Lady Montillier. And you? Dorian and the last few years. Inquisitor, it was good to hear from you, my friend. For months, I've had only the society of Maeveris's fledgling Lucerni party. Junior members of the Magisterium so filled with fire and zeal and so wildly inept at politics. May keeps a bucket of ice water on hand in case one accidentally immolates himself. Lest I give you the wrong impression, we are making progress, but it will take a great deal of skill to keep the Lucerni alive through the usual schedule of Minratha's scheming long enough to become a real political faction. Fortunately, they do have me. I am sorry to hear that politics are plaguing you as well. Must be something going around, like a pestilence or an Orlesian fashion trend. Hopefully Josephine can diffuse the Ferelden outcry and persuade the Orlesians to stop circling you with a collar and leash. You know, she did always love a challenge. I'll find an excuse to make a trip south soon. We really should catch up in person, don't you agree? Dorian. Lovely. And anything else? Ooh, you. Iron Bull in the last few years. Thank you for sending the charges to assist in dealing with the demons attacking Montfort. Their assistance was most appreciated, and many lives were saved. The Iron Bull and his charges have prevented another civil war from sweeping across Orlais with their efforts in Perendale. The Iron Bull, in particular, defeated the would-be usurper in combat. We must protest the actions of the Bull's charges in Southreach. While the presence of demons and Templars corrupted by Red Lyrium is undisputed, the necessity of your dwarven miner collapsing the better part of a mountain on the enemy forces was hardly necessary. The Bull's charges were of great assistance in driving back the demons that attacked the shores of Lake Calenhad. The elf who calls herself Dalish was particularly helpful, and I look forward to her promised explanation of how Dalish archery techniques can create walls of ice or dispel magical barriers. Excerpts from letters of thanks relating to the activities undertaken by Bull's chargers over the past 2 years. Lovely. Hey, Dalish archery is capable of that. Dalish archery is capable of so much. Okay, we don't need anything here. Here's the thing, I like Aenor in the red, so I don't really need to change up her wardrobe at all. Notes on Palace Guests. A collection of servants' notes on the guests attending the Winter Palace. Countess Davery wants a stateroom set aside from 3 to 5 in the afternoon for her daughter's harp practice. Must have windows on one side and a balcony. If she proposes a recital, refer her to the seneschal. Duke Pierre-Pone wants to entertain Ferelden relatives. A barrel of whiskey and 3 wheels of cheese to be delivered to his quarters this evening. Ban Wharton. His bed should be made up with linens, not silks. Sir Litstone complains an old wound in her left leg is making itself felt. Move her to the ground floor. Lady Galette, a duellist, has requested a sparring partner and suitable practice ground. Lord Gilderay, to be woken at 8 by a maid on even days, a page boy on odd days. Don't ask, with a fresh pitcher of water and 12 sprigs of lavender on a peach-coloured towel. Don't ask. Carrying these items in silently, without making eye contact with his lordship, placing them on the divan, clapping twice, then leaving without a word. Do not ask. Lord Gilderay, sir, what is going on with you, mate? Hard in Hightown chapter 17. Lovely. Again, I'm inclined to explore this area a wee bit. I have in my head, yes, right there. Now the other 2 pictures we can't access yet. Okay, because there are a lot of codex entries here, I think I'm gonna leave this episode off right here. In the next one, we finish up exploring the grounds of the Winter Palace. However, I do believe we should be good to get started on the Exalted Council. So until then, please remember to like if you enjoyed, leave a comment below, and if you wanted to subscribe, it would be very much appreciated. I've been Callista. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.